Okay, so does anyone have any questions on the homework? Are we all good on that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we can start on the quiz then. I apologize now if I'm not all the way there. I am really tired and not feeling well. Why? There's 18 questions. Whatever happened to those quizzes that we were taking,
like 10.
where it was only like 10?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The symbol for the true population proportion is which of the following? It's just a P, right?
Yeah.
For the next two questions, suppose n equals 100, p equals 0.25, and other p equals 0.10. The requirements for constructing a confidence interval are satisfied.
Okay, so when you're doing the confidence interval, you still do n times p is greater than or equal to 10 and n times 1 minus p, right? It's not the p with the triangle or the v over top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So it should be true then, right?
Mm-hmm.
The requirements for conducting a hypothesis test are satisfied. So as far as I understand it, the only thing different is that it should have a simple random sample.
Yeah.
So do we put true?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
I do have a sample of 100 though, so I say yes. Use the following information for the next 5 questions. The study of first-degree murder trials was conducted in another state. A random sample of 60 people on trial for first-degree murder was taken. Of these, 45 of the defendants were found guilty. Find P, the point estimate of the proportion of the first-degree murder defendants found guilty in this state.
Are we using the x over n?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it just be 45 divided by 60?
Oh, 0.75.
It says round to 3 decimal places.
Yeah, I just am gonna put 0.750.
0.750.
Okay. Create a 95% confidence interval for the true portion or proportion of first degree murder trials in the state. The verdict is guilty. Input your answers for the margin of error, lower bound and upper bound. Determine margin of error for this 95% confidence interval, rounded 3 decimal places.
Coonigan, yeah, no, carpet, Coonigan. Carpet. It's okay. Carpet.
Have you ever thought about why these formulas are so complicated?
What would the regular P be? What's the meaning?
The point estimate for P is the P with the little thing. So
I think you just use the
0.5.
0.5?
no, I think it's the well. I think it's just the 0.75 that we calculated.
Yeah.
You use for P.
For both?
Yeah.
How does that work then? Because you wouldn't get 0?
Huh?
Because like,
Because for what did you get for your margin of error?
I'm still trying to figure it out because
Oh, because your margin of error should just be 0.75 times 1 minus 0.75 divided by 60, and then it's the square root of that number. Oh, we lost Jordan.
She'll be back on, I think. Did you get 0.85
Well,
of error?
no.
No,
Or wait, the point for the margin of error?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm trying it again because okay. You take 0.75 and 1 minus 0.75 divided by 60 on the square root. Oh,
Are you guys still on the same
yeah.
question? It just kicked me off.
I keep getting 0.110 for margin of error.
How did you put it in the calculator? Because I keep getting 0.859.
I took 0.75 times 0.25 divided by 60, and then I did the square root of that, and then I took it and times it by 1.96. I am using my computer's calculator though.
What was the answer you
Why
got?
did you times it by 1.6?
I got because it's a 95% confidence interval.
Oh, that's
And then I got 0.110 when you round.
Okay.
That's what I got.
I got not that. I got 0.109567330. Like I got a
Yeah, that's technically what I got, but you just I rounded to the third and got 1 point
Yeah.
or 0.110.
Alright. I'm probably just putting it wrong, but I trust you guys.
So then for our lower bound, we just have 0.64. And our upper 0.86.
Yep.
So 10 says if you increase the sample size from 60 to 80, what do you expect to happen to the width of the confidence interval? So I'd say it would decrease, right?
Yeah.
Is that a decrease?
Yeah.
Wait, you put increase, right?
No, decrease.
Or decrease. Okay.
Okay. To conduct a hypothesis test for one proportion, Two requirements must be met. Suppose P equals 1/2. What is the smallest N can be and still be met? Wasn't this like a question on a test?
Yeah, well, you can do these calculations for the other ones. Oh, wait.
I always forget how to calculate this one.
Oh, all you have to do, so you have NP is greater than or equal to 10, and then N times 1 minus P is greater than or equal to 10. So you figure it's 0.5 each time, right? So 10 divided by 0.5 would be 20, I believe.
Wait, how did you do that again, Chelsea?
So there's the two requirements. The one that's N times P is greater than or equal to 10. And then the one that's N times 1 minus P is greater than or equal to 10.
Yeah.
So if you plug P in, you get 0.5 for both. So then you just have to take the 10 and divide it by 0.5 to get the N by itself.
Okay.
I just do 10 divided by 0.5.
So it's gonna be 20.
Matt. Well, no. That's not good. Okay.
So on the next one, we just do the same thing. It'd be 100.
So the answer is 100. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
For 12?
yeah.
Good. Okay.
For the water quality study in the reading, about 60% of the macroinvertebrate water quality indicators have historically been associated with good health. The researchers suspect that water quality in the area has decreased. They conduct a hypothesis test using significance level 0.05 with the following hypotheses. The null is P is 0.6, is equal to 0.6. And alternative is P is less than 0.6. They collect new data, and this time N equals 80 and X equals 38. Indicate good health. The conditions for conducting hypothesis test are satisfied. Let's say true.
What is P? .475.
Yeah.
What do I got?
Is it 0.475?
Yeah.
Now it wants us to calculate the test statistic.
Okay. So that's the P minus P divided by the square root of P times 1 minus P divided by N. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Minus.
Oh my God,
Let's do.
thank you. Minus P divided by square root of P minus. Hmm? Did you guys get negative 2.282?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that?
Negative 2.282.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the z-score, and then
It's a one-tailed test. And I expect P to be less than, so you only have the left tail highlighted, right? What the? Oh, no. I got 0.011.
For which one?
For the p-value, 0.011.
Yep.
And then did you guys put down, it just kicked me off again, so. For 15, did we decide on the,
And then because the p-value is lower than the level of significance, you would reject the null.
Yeah. And Jordan, yeah, we decided on negative 2.282.
okay,
And since it's lower, we reject it.
Mhm.
And 18. Which of the following best summarizes the conclusion of this test? So D,
Yeah.
I had to go back if they were like decreased or not decreased. I didn't remember. Okay.
100%.
Woo! That's happy. That makes me happy.
So,
Okay. So did we talk about the,
The group project real quick.
let me pull it open.
So I really liked Chase's idea in regards to the I am so out of it today. The election.
Yeah.
However, I don't know if we have to get it approved by something that she said because we would require her to go around the school doing the surveys.
Thinking like do something we can collect data for like online.
that's what I was thinking. Would we be able to do like a Qualtrics survey and just email it to people? So another school will give you like a list of like 200 emails. They can just like email a bunch of people, like randomly. And then from there, you have to like, I mean, go in and like sort out your data. But
Yeah, the only thing is like it says if your group wants to conduct a poll or survey, they need to get IRB approval.
gotcha. Do we have to get approval before we actually,
Uh-huh.
or Saturday?
Well, this is like designing the study right now. If we want to do that, then we would have to get the IRB approval.
Gotcha. Uh,
Um, yeah, I would do something that's like something you can find information for online because it's going to be a lot more convenient. I feel like.
We have to that out?
Huh?
Do we have to get the form filled out if we do decide to do the surveys? You know, where she put,
Yeah, I saw that. Sounds like a lot of work to me. But maybe that's just me.
so, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Um,
I was going over this, let's sign the study directions,
yeah.
and she gave us, there are some questions we could probably just take from there, or one question we could take from there. No, why do I keep going to the submit it? Let's submit. Oh, I already have it open. Ugh. Okay, here I am. Are there, like, for example, are there 1,000 chips in a bag of Chips Ahoy? Or brand A paper towel stronger than brand B? Is there a difference on the price of the books at Idaho compared to those available online? Kind of things like that.
We could do something like that.
I think so. That would be good.
I mean, we could do one of those, or we can do Chase's idea. We just have to get it approved, because since we're doing the survey and we're doing other people, then that's why. But
Wait, for those other ideas though, would you have to do?
But you have to do what?
no, for those other ideas, no, you don't have to.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I think that would be easier. What was the second one you said, Catherine?
So there could be other 1,000 chips in every bag of Chips Ahoy. Are brand A paper towel stronger than brand B? Is there a difference? Huh?
One thing I thought might be cool, because you know how they have like the low sodium, and they have it like in the soups or the chili. But if you took multiple cans of like different brands and you compared of the one that has the normal sodium concentration with the one that's low sodium, just to see what the, like if you took like a 6 ounce, well I guess it wouldn't be 6 ounces, but just the normal soup, and you compared that difference, but you would need to get a lot, and I don't know if going off their measurements would count.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know either.
Because I think, I mean, these are ideas, but I don't think we're supposed to use them necessarily.
I know last semester when I took this class, I had a other professor and I ended up dropping out for the project, but we used the 1,000 Chips Ahoy one. So, but that was a different professor. I don't know if she wants us to use these or not.
Well, we could even expand it and say, like, between brands, do you get, on average, a more bags or more chocolate chips? And then take and do Western Family, Nestle, Hershey.
If we
And
do that,
like
then
maybe
it would
yeah.
not be really simple random sampling. It'd be more like the other ones. I don't know. Is it systematic or stratified sampling? One of those
No,
two.
it would still be simple random. I mean, technically, it would be the one that's more convenient because you go and you buy 30 of those. That's a lot of chocolate chips.
Yeah. And you would have to
Then you would have
tear up the cookie and count each chocolate chip. So it will be time consuming.
no. I don't know. We also have to go through and write down the main writers for each part of the project.
Yeah.
Does somebody want to be the main writer for the design the study?
I can do that.
Okay. How about describe the data? I'll do that one.
I can do the next one.
Make inferences. Okay. And then Chase, do you want to do the take action?
Yeah.
So describe the data is Chelsea.
Yeah.
Make inference is Jordan.
And then should we all be main writers for the PowerPoint presentation? And what we'll do is we'll just split it up based on what we were the main writer for, and we'll make that slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So we kind of have to do the design the study. We
Yeah.
kind of have to choose so I can be able to do it. And yeah, just stuff because it says which statistical method are we going to use for the study and stuff like that. It'll be quantitative for ours if we decide to do that chocolate chip one or the survey or whichever other one we want to do.
I think the chocolate would be good. And doing different brands like we talked about.
Well, my thoughts on that too is if you do like 3 brands and you're doing the average bag of or the average chocolate chips, you have to make sure that each bag is the same ounces.
Uh-huh.
You know, and then you'd have to count each bag. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it would probably be an ANOVA test because you'd be comparing 3 samples and to see if there is a difference between brands.
Yeah.
That's if we decide to do it like with those 3 brands and I'm just throwing out ideas, we could do it that way. But in my last group project, what we did is since there was 4 of us, I think. No, there was 3 of us. And we just went out to the store and we just bought a bunch of different chocolate chip bags and then started counting them so that we could use simple random sampling and see.
Well, the brand doesn't matter though. You would have to be, the brand doesn't say it's simple random. The simple random bee would be based on which, like, so you want to be consistent with the same brand so that when you come back and you're comparing it, you say, well, we did all Chips Ahoy cookies. So it's specific because you would expect a difference possibly between other brands because it's different manufacturer, different people that are stocking it and everything, where your simple random sample is going to be, okay, I'm just going to grab these 5 bags of the Chips Ahoy brand
Well,
and take them.
we decided to do a sample of 30.
Yeah.
Like 30 different bags.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do the 30, but if we're going to do the 2 different brands, I mean, we could even do, do you get more or less with the generic brand of chocolate chips compared to the premium brand? And then you could go and do like a Ghirardelli chocolate chip versus Western Family.
Yeah.
And then each buy, let's see, we would want to get 30. And there's 4 of us. So there's 60 chocolate chip bags you'd end up buying.
Mm-hmm.
Then we would each just need to buy 15 bags of chocolate chips, which is like $30, but you can make lots of cookies afterwards or more. And then we would just have to make sure that we had 30 of each sample. So we would have to split it up where someone did 7 of one, 8 of, and 8 of the other, and then the next person did 8 of the one they did 7 of, if that makes sense. Because 15 doesn't divide it even.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm just confused on the whole brand thing because I knew that it had to be a certain amount of number that we had to get for specific brand, and that's kind of a little costly. So that's why we just chose our sample was going to be 30, and then we went to the store and picked out different kinds of chocolate chips, like of the Chips Ahoy or whatever it was, and then people started counting them from there and came back and got the data. That's just we did it to keep it simple, but I mean we can do the other one to make sure we have accurate results so that the sample size can be large enough.
I would say you would want to specify the brand. I mean, unless you wrote it out as, do you get more chocolate chips, or what is the average amount of chocolate chips in a 12-ounce bag? And then no matter what brand you bought, you just made sure you grabbed the 12-ounce bag. So that's your specification of what your actual, that's all standard between them. Because if we don't have, I mean, we just need to make sure there's something that says, okay, these all match together because they're either all the same brand or they were all the same. They said they were all the same weight of chocolate chips in a bag.
Another thing is, what type of chocolate are we doing? Because semi-sweet chips are smaller than milk chocolate chips. So if you bought semi-sweet, there's going to be more semi-sweet than milk chocolate.
That's
And
true.
see, that could even be one of the studies we did.
The
Or
difference
the,
between the two.
yeah, you could say, is there a, are the bags, do you get more chocolate chips with semi-sweet than milk chocolate? I mean, because you know they're smaller, but then you could look at the difference and see how great it is. That's not the right way to word it, though.
No, I know what you mean though.
But that wouldn't be bad because what we could do is we could all do Western Family brand, so that then
It's cheaper.
yeah, it's cheaper. Then you don't have to go buy the expensive chocolate chips.
I like that one better.
Okay.
I think that one makes more sense.
Yeah, well, and it could be a question like, if I buy semi-sweet, am I getting more chocolate? You know, as a customer, if you want the most for your money, is there really a difference in the quantity of semi-sweet versus the milk chocolate chips, where semi-sweet's smaller?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't necessarily be chocolate. You'd have to say chocolate chips because they're smaller, you know. You could still be getting the same amount of chocolate. It just means that you're getting it in more chocolate chips. So do you guys want to do that one?
Yeah, I'm down with that one.
Okay, so let's see. State your research question. Are there more?
We're saying, are there more chocolate chips in?
I just put, are there more semi-sweet chocolate? Helps if I write chips. Chocolate chips in a bag than milk chocolate chips. Oh, but I want to be, let's see. Does anyone know what the standard size for a milk chocolate chip bag is?
Like the
Right.
ounces? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like the ounces or that.
16.
16 ounces. Okay.
Mhm.
So are there more sweet semi-chocolate chips in a 16-ounce bag? Milk chocolate chips in a 16-ounce.
Okay, so we're trying to determine if there are more semi-sweet chocolate chips in a 16-ounce bag than in. I'm just
Then milk chocolate chip in 16 ounce.
than in the milk chocolate chip 16-ounce bag.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's 12 ounces.
You can look it up really quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up. But
Oh, I got 12 ounces on this one.
that's what I was getting to. I ended up looking it up, and it's 12.
Yeah.
And then, what populations are you studying?
So what brands are we doing?
Can you guys all buy Western Family around you? Or another generic brand?
I don't know.
I think so.
Oh,
I have Walmart and Rollins, so.
I have Walmart. I have Winco, but I don't know if my Winco sells Western Family.
Okay.
I would do possibly Walmart though. Walmart would probably be pretty easy.
Okay.
Great value chocolate chips.
Yeah, so what we'll do is the Walmart great value chocolate.
So what brands are we doing?
Just Walmart Great Value chocolate chips, the semi-sweet and milk chocolate bags. And then what is your experimental units? In other words, what is the smallest entity from which you are collecting a single piece of data? So it would be chocolate chips per bag, right?
Okay. This is what is your response variable?
That would be, well, we're going to do the difference, right?
Huh?
Are we going to do the difference? Like if we took and counted out all of them and then took the difference between chocolate chips and semi-sweet versus the chocolate chips with milk, and then our response variable would be the difference.
Yeah. Our response is quantitative.
You guys want to do semi-sweet chocolate chips per bag minus milk chocolate chips? Or the other way around?
Semi-sweet first.
Okay. And
So what are you
then,
guys down on? Or like which number?
for what?
For
That would just be how we calculated the difference. On number 4, I just put the difference of chocolate chips per bag and then semi-sweet minus milk chocolate. Just so that you know. And it would be, and then for 6, what statistical method are you going to use for this study? It would be a quantitative 2 samples, but are independent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are your null and alternative hypotheses?
Well, hypothesis would just be, so if you have milk or the difference, is going to be 0, right?
For the null. Which test did you want to do? Because I couldn't hear anything.
We expect,
Well, in order to have the null hypothesis, shouldn't we say if there are a certain number of chocolate chip cookies in a semi-sweet versus a certain number in the milk chocolate chip?
yeah, I was just going to do it because we're doing calculating the difference. So maybe that's a different hypothesis test. Oh, let me look through. That do you need notes on the ones where we calculated the difference?
Well, we can turn it into the quantitative two-sample independence. We just have to need a number for it. Kind of like when the question originally stated, are there 1,000 chips in every bag of Chips Ahoy?
Well, we could do it like this here in my notes for lesson 13, which is on the independence, right? We have for the null, we have your mean 1 is equal to your mean 2. And then your alternative could be, because we expect more chocolate chips to be in the semi-sweet, right?
Yeah.
Which is your mean 1 is greater than mean 2, and just define that your mean 1 is chocolate chips of semi-sweet, and that your mean 2 is the chocolate chips milk chocolate. I'm just trying to the difference. Because we don't necessarily have a number value, we're just comparing the means. Right now, we don't know the number value. We would just say that the means, the alternative is that the means are equal. The null, sorry, is that the means would be equal, where the alternative is that they're not equal, or that the semi-sweet's greater. Does anyone know how to get it so you have the new symbol on Word?
What was that?
Do you know how to get so you have the word or the new symbol on Word?
No.
Okay. So for mine, I'm just going to do null hypothesis x1 equals x2. And then my alternative is x1 is greater than x2. And then below, I'm just going to say x1 is equal to the average semi-sweet chocolate (16).
So we're expecting the milk chocolate to have more chocolate chips than the semi-sweet.
No, we're expecting the semi-sweet to have more.
Okay, so sorry, I have to go because I have a biology lab.
Okay.
But so we want it this weekend because I'm probably gonna go to the store this weekend. And so
Okay.
do we want to
Jordan.
decide how many we have to buy?
Yeah. Okay. So Jordan and Chase, if you want to go buy like 8 of the semi-sweet chocolate chips and then 7 of the milk, and then Catherine and I will buy 8 milk and 7 semi-sweet.
So I'm gonna buy 8 semi-sweet.
Mm-hmm.
What did you want me to buy?
Buy 8 semi-sweet and 7 milk, and then Catherine and I will buy 7 semi-sweet and 8 milk. And you might not want to buy them this weekend because we still have to get this approved.
Okay.
And if she doesn't approve it, then we got to revise it. So don't buy them necessarily this weekend,
Okay.
but we'll just keep that and then we'll end up with the correct amount if we do it that way.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Is there anything else you need before I go?
I don't think so.
No.
I think we're good.
And so one of us just has to turn in that document.
Oh, really?
I don't know, I'm asking.
I don't know. I thought we all had to turn it in, so I was just going to turn mine in.
No, I think just one person turns it in for the
Yeah.
group.
Okay.
It would just be
Awesome.
Catherine.
So yeah, so what system are we using? What sampling method? Is it
Quantitative
systematic?
sample independent.
No, for question 8, which sampling method? Systematic, cluster?
Oh, you don't need to do that. That's design the sample. We just did design the study, right? Do we have to do design the sample?
Wait, that's how she's gonna know if it all makes sense.
Okay.
Because the next paper, we all collect the data and then Chelsea, you have described the data.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
I text.
All right, we're good to go, Jordan.
Okay.
We'll get this filled out and submitted. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, let's see.
Wouldn't it be more systematic then if we're choosing the brands?
I'm just trying to find my definitions for those. Systematic sampling, every eighth item in the population, beginning at a random starting point. Simple random sampling, random selection taken from a population. Cluster sampling, all on or more randomly selected clusters data into similar groups and is taken from each group. No convenient sampling. One easily obtained in a less than systematic way and should be avoided whenever possible. Well, I mean, really, is each of us are just going to the nearest Walmart by us. So I would say you're going to end up with clustered or stratified all items in one or more randomly selected clusters or blocks, but it's not all items.
What's the stratified again definition?
I think it's stratified because it says divides data into similar groups and an SRS is taken from each of the groups. Well,
Okay, so it's a stratified sample.
what?
It's a stratified sample.
I don't think so. Because our data is going to be the semi-sweet and the milk. And the only thing, I mean, they're already in groups. The only thing is going to be that we're going to go to the Walmarts nearest us and grab 7 or 8 bags, or 15 bags total of chocolate chips.
Hmm. Okay, well,
I don't know. Chase, what do you think? Is Chase still here?
What was that?
Well, let's see. Let's describe 9 and see if that helps. Describing how your group will collect data using the sampling method stated in question 8. Also, what sample size are you planning to obtain per population? So we're planning to obtain 30 samples for both populations.
okay. So we have 30 samples of the milk and the semi-sweet. Combined together or separately?
Separately.
My sweet milk.
Hmm?
You'll have 30 samples for each, for your semi-sweet chocolate chips and your milk chocolate chips.
Okay. we're all gonna go to the store, to the Walmart near us, and we're gonna buy them. Then we're gonna count the chocolate chips in them.
Mhm.
And record our data.
So for A, it would just be a systematic sample.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
Yeah, you just go and count.
Okay.
You just pick out the bags, and then they're not random bags; they're a specific brand.
The Western whatever thing.
Yeah, like the Great Value off-brand. You grab those and you count them, like, so it's not random. It wouldn't be necessarily cluster. I think it would just be a systematic sample. That is specific to a certain brand.
So wait, are we doing the Western, what is it that I put down?
Well, it's great value.
It's Great Value, it's not Western Family?
No,
Because
Walmart great value.
yeah, I don't know if I can get Western Family.
Okay, so Great Value. Great Value brand. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, we agreed that it's systematic, right?
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna type it up in more detail, and then I can email it to you guys so you can proofread it before I email it to the professor.
Okay.
Sounds
And then if you all agree, then I'll submit it to her and
Sounds
wait for her to get approved. Sounds good?
sounds good.
Okay. And just one last thing, who's gonna start the group meeting on Tuesday?
I can.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. If you want to chase, that's fine.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, sounds good. See y'all later.
All right, I'll see you
Bye.
guys.